Welcome back to an episode of We Are in New World. Well, not yet, at least. It's still the main menu, but we are going to continue the whole thing. Oh, yeah. So, let's see. Recommended world, of course, it's Ravensburn, which sounds pretty neat. What else do we have? Population, whatnot. Okay. How is that even sorted? That's weird. Yeah, we definitely go for the one with the lowest milliseconds. Oh, Jesus. Vanaheim. Collection of selected worlds. Within a world set may be merged together if necessary to give players the best experience. Meaning that if there are not this many players, then this happens. Whoa! Now it changed. What happened? That is weird. Why did it change? Strange. Very strange. Anyway, I kind of do want to go to Ravensburn. But the thing is, if there are not as many players around, right, then, well, what you actually want is not too many players, so you don't need to wait in the in the queue, but also not too low players, so that the interaction with trading and just playing with other players or whatever is not too badly affected. But anyway, what are the names on those? Do we have any cool kind of name in here? Don't think so. But all of these are basically user servers, is it? Like world set? Vanaheim. Okay. Vana, everything. Okay, so depending on your first choice over here with that, Southeast Asia. What about that one? What does it do? It loads things. It loads things very, very poorly. You have a poor connection to this region, obviously. It's like halfway across the globe. Alright. So let's stay in here, though. TheNefari, what? Actually, that Vanaheim, why is it called Ultra? Ultra, Omni, Mu, Sigma, Mu, Lambda, Firma, Theta, Astra, Lux, G. What's a cool name? Zeta, Lambda, Luft. Yeah, that's a good one. Kappa, 10 plus C. Actually, the idea of TheNefari is pretty cool. Population medium, that sounds good. So yeah, let's go for TheNefari, because for some reason this reminds me of this this old show with, it's kind of like Power Rangers, but in medieval times. It's really sweet. So let's take TheNefari. You can only have one character in the Vanaheim Ultra world set. Ultra. If you want to play in another Vanaheim Ultra world, you will need to delete this character and TheNefari. Aww, but we don't care that much about it. If you have friends playing in other Vanaheim Ultra worlds, you will not be able to play with them. I understand. But why is there even a limit like that? Makes no sense. Why can't you just, like, if this is the same world set, right? Why can't you just move the characters around? Wouldn't that be more convenient for everybody? I mean, like, come on. So in this case, it's kind of like you basically just show the characters from a specific world set, and the ones you want to interact to or interact with, they are on another one. So what you do is you just switch, or maybe you can have an automated system that just pushes the friends together, right? Or yeah, that actually makes connections with other people more possible, right? So if you are next to a friend and they are in a different world, like different named world there, still the same set, right? Then they are getting pushed into your world, right? So it's easier for you to interact with them. That would be a little bit easier, right? You can maybe activate or deactivate this feature if you want to, just for privacy concerns or whatnot. But this is actually what might be a good idea. And you don't need to trigger this all the time, right? Just like once every minute or so. And actually, no, you don't even need to trigger this every minute. You only need to know this if there's a friend online, and then you can get this information going, right? So it's only once a friend comes online, then you check, are they playing the game? Are they playing this on this world? And then you just trigger that if need be. And that's it. So, because there's an awful lot of stuff that happens if players actually go into the world. So this little bit of change there doesn't really hold the servers that much. Now, what do we have here? Invert camera, language filters, sure. All of the good stuff. Color blind, no filter, sure. Let's go. Basic settings, as if. Really? It's just the brightness again. Until the new world logo is barely visible. You can change this setting later in the day. What about contrast though, right? Oh damn it. Let's keep contrast at 50, because what you actually want is have high enough detail. Like the lower the contrast value, the more detail you can see, right? You can see like the scratches and the blacks and whatnot. But the more grayed out the image becomes. But if you turn it too high up, then the image becomes extremely black and you don't see any more detail. So what you want is a decent balance so that you do not see any gray anymore, right? That's basically what you want. You don't want to see grays. Like this is already gray. This is decently black. This is too much black actually, but yeah, you don't want to see grays and whites in there. And then you just move the brightness slider down a little. Whoa, I have to turn this down a lot. Just in brightness for your display into the barely visible. Like barely visible. What is considered to be barely visible? Like this is actually barely visible, but how do you move the slider to the right? Like once, can you? You can't use the slider like that. That would be sweet. Like, can you maybe? No. You can do this, but you cannot go like one step to the right. Okay, or can you use the up, down, and left and right keys? You can't do that. A and D doesn't work that as well. Okay, so that's space. Yeah, that's 2 down. Let's go with 48. Like this is barely visible at least, so that we can see it, but not see it. Like this is too dark. So what am I going to do now? Am I going to? Yeah, if I fiddle with the contrast values again, then the whole thing just comes to a halt. So slightly lower brightness values. The nice thing about like usually players don't like having low brightness values, but it kind of improves the play with the light a little bit more. Sometimes what happens is that people completely ignore torches in games, but this is actually a good idea. And the dude goes shopping. That's actually really strange. Two strange dudes meeting in a bar. One with a mask on, the other one looks like straight out of Diablo.
The stories you've heard, they don't tell the whole truth. The island is indeed the place of legend. There's power and vast riches as well. But those who've gone before you have simply vanished, never heard from again. I saw the horror, the madness that overcame the crew. It was beyond any evil the world has ever known. How I survived, I do not know.
Oh. So
the contents of this box are not of this world. They will guide you to that one, wherever and whatever that may be. Go then, Captain. Chart your course and your fate. I will say a prayer for the souls of your crew.
Obviously, we are already a captain. That might explain the mask. Ooh. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, is this a random thingy that happens all the time, or is this always the dude that says hello? That's pretty neat. So, now, time to make a character. That could, it's already 12 minutes in, so let's... It will probably take another half an hour. Let's see. I have a tendency to overdo it with that. So, we have, that's interesting. We have a male-ish body type, and we have a female-ish body type. But when it comes to facial hair, it is a bit excessive. Or not excessive enough. But that's cool. This is actually one of the nicer thingies in here. Just to give you some changes in there. Sadly, there does not seem to be any body sliders, right? Let's see. We got some features in here as well. Interesting. But let's enable them once we went there. Now, what kind of face do we have? Is this a selector or is it a change kind of thing? Okay, we can't move it down or up. This is the faces that we got. The problem is they're not really sorted there, just randomly put there. So, let's see. The thing is, it makes it a little bit more difficult to actually choose the face that you would associate with your character. Let's see. Because, I'm... Like, look, what? Oh, it's the face, not the skin tone. Yeah, that's great. So, I'll rotate with the right mouse button there. Let's see. The idea is usually to find something with a decent enough nose. But the thing is, this might just be it. Okay, let's remember this one. The one down here. Nope. Nope. Maybe. Okay, this one. It's a little bit too right. Nope. Nope. It's one of those standard-ish kind of noses, but nah, actually this is a little bit too narrow. So we go for number 5. What else we got? Nope, and nope, and nope, and nope, and no. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. And nope. Okay, number 5 it is then. So, let's see. I think this is basically the... we're not looking at any other features in here. But is there a way to... Like, you can randomize it, sure. You could just... Randomize your character will cause changes you have made to be lost. Are you sure you want to randomize your character? Yes. Okay. Now, what about that? What? That's interesting. That's interesting. So there are different faces for different kind of people. Very interesting. So anyway, this is... could be the face that we are going for. But actually what I'm looking for is some face that looks a little bit more round. And I'm usually looking for like slightly crooked nose. Like this one, for example. But that's a little bit too wide. It's already broken. So what else we got? Nah, not quite it. So let's go with this one. Skin tone, of course. Not the brightest, not the darkest. It's somehow in between. And we don't have a tan because that's just what we are. But we are not actually. Damn it, I don't know my own skin color. It might not even be that, to be honest. But this is usually what you would associate with a very, very light thingy. But this is more yellowish, actually. Like this thing without the yellow, but slightly darker. That would be interesting to know. But yeah. That could be it. So, let's see. Hairstyles. Of course, there is a wide variety. That looks cool. Sadly, you cannot zoom out in order to look at the glory of this afro. So, what else we got? We got this thing, this thing, this thing. Actually, what happens if I change body type? Do we have different hair? No, it's the same. Thank goodness. Because in some games, it kind of restricts the choice of hair that you are given. And, oh, that is quite nice. But I want a little bit more curl on this one. And this is exactly what I mean. Like, see this? This is an off-row. This is an off-row. Why aren't they a little bit closer together? So you see every froze on one side and everything with a ponytail or whatnot on the other and so on. So that you have an easier way of finding the right look for it without clicking through every different option all the time. But yeah. Like there's actually a really annoying thing about like character creation, and it is that mostly you do not see curly hair, right? It's always slightly braided, sure. There we have a little bit of curls, right? But the rest is tucked down. It's actually I think it's Tris Marigold's kind of hairstyle. Neat. So extremely well kept. Wait a minute. The I can afford a razor kind of thing. Then what else we got? Nope. And the thing is, I tend to look like that. But I don't have the ponytail up there. It's a little bit more. And of course, I also don't really look like that. To be honest, that might be it. The thing is, we can't really change it that much. But yeah, definitely gonna go for that. Yeah, what did I say? Curly, slightly more fuzzy hair. That's good. That might also be a nice option, but no. I don't like this diagonal-ish kind of look. What is this? What's that musician called? I mean, Cell Dweller, I think. That is actually a really cool look. That's neat. I like the hair back a little bit, so let's go with that one. So, and what are we? Of course, we have, like, you have different kind of tones, right? But if you click on white, it is gray. If you click on gray, it gets darker and darker and darker until you hit like a dark gray and then black. But this is more greenish looking. This is the thing when you have a character in an environment that, why is it? What? Okay, wait a minute. Nope. So why is it that some of these tones don't seem to be the same? Like this is more purpley, it's not red. Like the brown tones are decent. This kind of, it looks more greenish to me. That one is a dark green, that's more like a brownish kind of green. Tree-like thing. And we have like blue, an actual red. But it's not that big of a difference there. And the contrast on those highly colored hairs are a little bit nicer, to be honest. The more natural looking ones are always so, I don't know, extremely washed out. So, what kind of hairstyle do we go for? Usually I'm going for a blonde, but this one looks green. And right now I'm more like a brownish blonde kind of color, so like something like that actually. Also I need to change the eye color too. But we don't really care that much about it, so let's just go to something else here. Let's go to facial hair. Move through that. The nice thing is that you can have different forms of facial hair. That's kind of neat. So, oh, neat. Yep, we're going for that one. Number 9. Nice. Nice. Oh, there are so many nice options in here. Ooh. Oh, the Lenin. Oh, that's neat. And the I have the high ground kind of thing. Almost feels stuck on. Yeah. Like, this thing is still kind of cool looking. But yeah, obviously we go for that. So, now, what kind of hair color do we go for? Of course, it's always the high contrast one. And in this case, we're going for like the darkest we can find. And maybe I can make this one a little bit brighter though, just in case. Also, wait a minute. Does the facial hair also change the eyebrows? No, it's the beard mostly. What about the other thing in here? Nope. Very interesting. So, how am I going to make that work? That actually looks pretty good. But yeah, let's just look at the eye color though. What do we have as an option? Again, this stuff. And decentish kind of blues there. Neat. There we have the demon eyes. Sweet. Ah, so you have normal white, and then you have your blind kind of white. What else? Gray, sure. Then completely dark. Whoa. Like, both of these look kind of weird, to be honest. Alright, so I usually have this kind of color. So, could I make the eyes work in this manner? Damn it, that was the wrong thing. How could I make the eyes work with the hair? I could try to make the blonde up a little bit. Give it a slightly more greenish tint. Yeah, so the green of the eyes is not left on its own. But this is so weird, like... blonde hair usually tends to look green in these games. So strange. Okay, so now what kind of features do we have? Dirt. Slightly less dirt. That's more freckly, to be honest. A burn. Another burn. And some more stuff. Okay, so actually we don't want that. The thing is, you don't have an opacity slider for that. That would make things much cooler. So what else we got? Scars, more scars, and fewer scars, some ritualistic kind of scars. Interesting. But no, we are not scarred yet. What's that one? Ay. So what about tattoos? Interesting. So this is the only way to actually get some color in your face. The problem is you cannot mix them, so that you have more than one of those, because that would be pretty cool. And also there's just brightish colors for that, right? Why can't you go for something less bright though? The reason why I'm going for that kind of color is because I tend to have very dark eyes. A lot of eye rings around, and this is a way to represent that. So what else? Nah, we're not in cyberpunk universe over here. Of course, like, you have an awful lot of detail on some of those tattoos, right? It would be interesting to maybe have some kind of... but no, in these kind of games with an awful lot of players, it is not feasible enough to have characters with a customized look, meaning that you can control how that looks completely. With like painting things out or whatnot. So, but I think we're going for that. It's all, yeah, the eyes are already pretty dark. Alright, now what kind of other face do we still have? Like, the fifth one still was kind of the best option, wasn't it? So let's go for some others, maybe. Because sometimes it happens that I do find one that I like a bit more, and then I go for this one. Nope, it's that one. Alright, so... Perfect. So, next one. Of course, there's only one name. Perfect. You cannot change your name or appearance after this point. Why not? Is there no bother in this game? It is so... Wait a minute, this is actually the start of almost every Elder Scrolls game, isn't it? You arrive on a boat or on a vessel of any sort. It's always a boat. You're on a boat. And we lost consciousness. That is not go. Position in Q1. Are you mental? Like, it's nice to be at Q position number 1, but how can it be that a game made by a game studio called Amazon, which is known for its online service and its ability to provide other companies with that service, is unable to get a nice capacity for the game? Like, I don't know what to think about that, right? Why is it that the biggest companies seem to have the biggest problems when it comes to server capacities? But they usually tend to have a pretty decent track record actually providing good server infrastructure. It's so strange. It's like seeing a Formula One, or like a car manufacturer actually producing a car without wheels, right? That does not go forward. Not because it does not need wheels, but it just happens to be, and the sensitivity is shy. Alright, give me a moment. I need to change the sensitivity. Is it gameplay? Is it key binding? What is it? Camera sensitivity all the way up to 70, 80. Let's go for 80. Alright. Oh, that might be a bit too much. Alright, wait a minute. And swoosh. Wait a minute. How many swooshes was this? So definitely too much. So 80 is too much. 80 is too much. Let's go for 50. And swoosh, 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 swoosh. And whoop, 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 whoop. Yep. I think I can play with that. I think I have to go for 60 instead. 60. There we go. Yeah, 60 is a little bit faster, but then maybe 55 would be a better option. But I think 60 is a good, decent thing. Wow, it's so quick. So weird. So now, yeah, we got W, A, and T for movement. And the character seems to be like moving on water. Yeah. The fact that we can go backwards while moving forwards is actually really interesting. Ah, nice. Oh, that's cool. Do we have a stamina bar or something like that? Okay, we cannot roll to this. That's weird. Okay, wait a minute. Either either stamina or something else happened. But if you're running to the side, sometimes you cannot. 1 and 1. 2 and backwards. Yeah. When you're out of stamina, you cannot roll. Very interesting. So what else? Number 1. The sword X. Can't do that yet? Okay. Oh. I totally forgot. We actually made the character. And usually what happens is you make a cut or something. But this is the perfect opportunity for us to do that. So let's draw our sword in the next one. Until then, like and subscribe. Ta-da! Ay, ay, ay.